Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I decided to do something that's near and dear to my heart, which is a cut crease for a hooded eye. Now of course today my eye decided to not be hooded. It kind of has its moments. It's not super hooded, it's not your typical hooded eye, but this eye here, sometimes the skin right here will just hang a little bit lower than it should and you can almost not see any of my lid. It never used to be like that, but as I'm getting older, your skin loses its plumpness and collagen depletes in your system and everything just starts to sort of droop a little bit. With that comes a great responsibility to figure out how to make eyeshadow work. And then the next tutorial, so I'm probably going to do this one and then this will be part one and then part two will be eyeliner, because with my eyelid I have almost like a double crease here and it goes really low, like it goes past where my eye ends, and it makes it really hard to do winged liner. But I think over the years I have finessed the skill. It really, you wake up every day, it's always the same, your skin is just a little bit different, you know? Sometimes it's dry, sometimes it's more oily, sometimes there's no hood, sometimes you can almost barely see my lid. So we work with it every single day. So every day my routine has to change a little bit, which is kind of exciting because you just get to play with makeup and figure out what to do with yourself. So I'm going to do something a little bit more dramatic for a look. I'm going to try to do a cut crease for a hooded eye because tomorrow is New Year's Eve and I'll probably just do the same look tomorrow. I hope you enjoy. If you do like this video, like and subscribe to my channel. I'm just starting out and I'm really excited about it and I'm hoping that you like what you see. If you have any questions of anything you want to see or any questions on what I've done, I'm going to list all of the products that I've used at the bottom of the comments in the comment section below, and we'll get started on what I hope is going to be a really pretty cut crease. And then part two, I'll have to figure out how to do that, will be the winged liner for a downturned hooded eye. And I'll explain what a downturned eye is once we get a little bit closer.
A simple explanation of a hooded eye is an eye that's a little bit fatty. It has a heavy, fleshy lid that droops over the mobile eyelid. I also have what I call a double crease at the end here, and my eyes are downturned, which means the outer end goes down lower than my lower lash line. As you can see, it just kind of pulls down instead of going upwards. My left eye is a little less obvious and much less hooded. I still have the double crease, but my lid doesn't really have much of a hood. It is still quite fleshy, so I do consider this to be a mild hood. Here you can see when you lift up the skin here and you let it go, the hood just kind of covers the mobile lid. So I've already primed my lid with soft ochre paint pot from MAC, and I'm using the 217 brush and Blanc type to give a nice base color. I'm applying this from my lash line to beneath my brow. Next, I'm using the Anastasia Self-Made palette, the one color Sherbert, with my beautiful little bullet brush, and I'm applying this color above my natural crease, because if you apply a color to your actual crease, it will just disappear the minute you open your eyes. So I always apply my shadow with my eyes fully open, and I can see exactly where it's going. Here I'm making sure that the color doesn't go too far down, which will emphasize my downturned eyes. We always want to make them look like they're going upwards and outwards. Blending that transition color out with the 217 brush to make sure that there are no harsh edges. I'm going to do that same thing on my left eye. It's a little bit easier on my left eye because I have more space, more room to work with, and less of a hood. So now I'm taking MAC Saddle eyeshadow and a Bdellium Tools 783 small tapered blending brush, and I'm just going to apply that directly on top of the Sherbert color, making sure to not go below my original transition color to avoid the droopy lid. And this is just going to give us more depth and definition. And then blending it out again with the 217. So the cut crease look for a hooded eye does take quite some time. It takes a little bit of patience and a lot of practice, but once you figure it out, once you get the hang of it, it's definitely worth it. It's a beautiful look. Just thought I'd take a little singing break. I don't even know what I was listening to there. So this is what it looks like with the two first colors on the saddle and the Sherbert. And that's how I went above the crease. And I'm going to do the same thing on my left eye. I went ahead and finished my left eye. So here you can see the difference between the two. I added a few more layers of color, and I also finished off with a nice white highlight all over the lid to really make it look like I have a nice crease on my left eye. So I'm going to go ahead and do that on my right eye. I'm taking the 710 eyeliner from Bdellium Tools. I'm taking as well the Buxom eyeshadow in LBD. I'm going to start with almost little marker marks. So this is just going to give me a direction as to where I'm going with my cut crease. I like doing little marks, and I can follow it and fill it in with the eyeliner versus just drawing one straight line because it never comes out the way I want it to. And don't worry, they're not going to stay like that. We're going to blend everything out. This is just a guideline. So this part, you don't have to do the flick at the end here if you feel more comfortable just leaving the cut crease the way it was. I like a little bit more drama, so I always do a little bit more of a flick at the end with my cut crease. Now I'm taking my detailer brush from Real Techniques and the saddle color, and I'm just going to blend that line out. I'm going directly on top of the black eyeshadow so that there are no harsh lines, and then I'm going a little bit above it as well to diffuse the line. Taking my pencil brush from MAC, I'm also dipping that in the saddle and going directly above that, always making sure we have nice diffused lines, lots of blending. Now I'm taking the Sherbert color again and my bullet brush, and again going on top of that line to really diffuse. It's just the lightest amount of color there. Now I'm taking my Blanc type again and blending that out above everything to avoid any harsh lines. So that's the cut crease there. As you can see, some of the eyeshadow has gone below the cut crease line. So I'm taking the dual fiber shader brush, the 775 from Bdellium Tools, taking a little foundation. I used the MAC Face and Body because it's a really light formula. I'm taking the super lightest color I have and coloring over all of that color that went below the dark line. Now I have to do this again because the creases aren't even, which happens. My left eye has a lot more room on it than my right eye does because my right eye has more of the hood. So I'm just taking the foundation and going over it again and giving myself a little bit more room on my crease. This is MAC Gesso. It's a matte bright white shadow, taking the same brush, and I'm just going to pack that onto the lid. What that does is it helps prevent creasing of the foundation that I just put on. It's going to give it a really nice, clean, highlighted look and sets the base for our cut crease. If we can We can go anywhere from here. You can add more color on top of this, you can put glitter, you can leave it here, but this just gives you a really nice base and a nice clean cut crease. And then once that's done, I take a couple looks, I just add a little bit more definition to it. And this is my fancy little MAC brush. I'm getting rid of all the loose powder that fell underneath my eye. This is the Bdellium Tools Flat Eye Definer, number 714, to clean up that line a little bit more. Adding in a little bit of highlighter and cleaning up the front, and that is the cut crease.
So guys, that was the first part of the tutorial, the cut crease. So this is where we stop here for this one, for the first part of the tutorial. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to leave your look like this, perfect. Curl your lashes, throw on some mascara if you want. You can throw on some false lashes too. And I'm going to do that winged liner for a downturned hooded eye tutorial next. So stay tuned for that. Keep watching. Give me a thumbs up if you like this and subscribe to my channel below. And I'll have all the products that I use listed down below. Hope you like this. It's a really nice cut crease. It makes my eyes look a little bit lifted. We're going to go on to the next one to do the winged liner. Stay tuned. Thanks for watching. Bye.